As February is being observed as Black History Month, Paul's letter to Philemon brings to the fore some guiding principles that undergird racial justice and celebrate the common humanity of all. The book is a narrative about the hierarchical social structure of Rome, represented by Philemon, the slave owner, and Onesimus, the slave. At the time of Paul's intervention, Onesimus had run away from his master Philemon. Having met this runaway slave, Paul had to work out his responsibility in this untenable situation. Should he encourage Onesimus to keep on running? Should he encourage him to return to his master? And if he were to return, how should he return? Should he return as a slave or as a brother? Evidently, the real issues for Paul were equality and freedom. And so Paul appealed to Philemon to receive Onesimus back into his household, not as a slave, but as a brother. This appeal was made on two grounds, namely common humanity and shared equality. For Paul, both Philemon and Onesimus shared a common humanity defined by the image of God. One of the undeniable pillars of Black and Brown History Month is the recognition of our common humanity that gives worth and value to our pigmentation. The conspiracy theory would want us to believe that some people were born superior to others. The proponents of this lie for centuries distorted the scriptures to support their theory. But it is clear in the Bible that all of us have been created in the image of God. This means that whatever is our race or ethnicity, we all share a common humanity that is defined by God's image. Put it simply, there is no race to God's image. There's no ethnicity to God's image. There's no class to God's image. We all belong to one race, that is, the human race. Not only do we share a common humanity, but also a shared equality. Onesimus was considered unequal because of his slave status. Similarly, Black and brown people are considered unequal in some quarters because of the color of their skin. But Paul's appeal to Philemon is to take back Onesimus as a brother and not as a slave, is to make the point that social stratification is a human construct designed to categorize God's people into social groupings for selfish purpose. But the gospel of Christ challenges and unmasks the evil of this social structure that violates the dignity and humanity of those created in God's image and likeness. Therefore, social inequality by whatever means is a contradiction of the gospel. Jesus came into a world of inequalities to liberate the enslaved and restore their human dignity. The gospel of Christ breaks down all dividing walls and brings us together in a community of diversity on the one hand and unity on the other hand, defined by our common humanity and shared equality. I call upon us during this month to reaffirm our commitment to racial justice and advocacy for liberation from anything that seeks to undermine our common humanity, including xenophobia, tribalism, and classism. As members of the human race, we are all on equal ground, celebrating our liberty in Christ.